for Pakistan. CPEC is the single best example of north-south connectivity, and inshallah will continue going from strength to strength. And then the Prime Minister spoke about this morning, eastward connectivity, and the reasons that can't happen till our eastern neighbor creates that enabling environment that may allow forward movement. At this point, forestalled unfortunately because of the behavior on the other side. In terms of development partnerships, the word I want to stress on is partnership, not assistance. The reason I say that is, even though Pakistan of course will require foreign assistance for the foreseeable future, the conversation has to be about co-investment. The conversation has to be about using Pakistan's economic incentives to come and invest in this country. It has to be about economic outreach and increasing Pakistan's global economic footprint. It can't be about assistance if we really want a sustainable, comprehensive security paradigm. And third, and perhaps most important and the prerequisite, is regional peace. And again, you've heard again and again from Pakistan and Pakistani leaders, both civil and military, talking about peace being the ultimate goal, and we striving for peace, but without compromising on any core national interest. I want to repeat this because there's been a lot of media coverage on this in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and some unfortunate. There is absolutely no question about Pakistan's intent on its core national security interests. But beyond that, the conversation is about peace if the right enabling environment is created, and that in both Afghanistan and India has to be created by others for us to move forward. 2 more things. One, yes, I've said all of this. This sounds good. Yes, it seems like there's been thinking on this idea of economic security and comprehensive security. But frankly, how do we get there in such a constrained environment? And the answer I always provide is that the genius of policy is to find ways to get to your goals in a constrained environment. If you have unlimited resources, there's no conversation to be had. So the national leadership is very much on the same page on this. There is a consensus in terms of moving forward. Sometimes we are very reluctant to see the positive side of things, but I could stand there for the next half an hour and tell you all the policies that have been implemented by this government with consensus, moving the needle towards this comprehensive security framework. So this is work in progress already, and inshallah will continue in that direction. Finally, let me just say that at the end of the day, this all boils down to a cultural shift in terms of how we think and how we approach policy. The status quo has not delivered everything we need. So change is inevitable in that. The cultural shift that I have in mind has certain characteristics. And let me just lay those out for you, and then I promise to end. Number one, a whole of government inclusive approach. We must continue to operate as a state and as a nation with all views internalized and